Do you ever find yourself in a situation where someone insults you and you freeze, unsure of how to respond? It happens to all of us. And in those moments we feel helpless, maybe even afraid. But what if I told you that the most powerful people in history faced the same challenge and came out stronger? Today, we're diving into how you can respond to insulting people using timeless leadership lessons from President Ronald Reagan. Stick with me till the end, and I'll show you how these lessons can transform not only your mindset, but your life. Point 1. Embrace composure in the face of insults. Ronald Reagan, one of the most respected leaders in history, had a remarkable ability to stay composed even in the toughest situations. Once, a reporter insulted his policies during a live broadcast. Rather than reacting impulsively, Reagan simply smiled and with a calm voice said, "I didn't start out to be a politician, but if that's what the people need, that's what I'll be." He didn't let the insult get to him. You see, composure isn't just about staying calm. It's about controlling your emotional response. When you're insulted, the best thing you can do is not react out of anger or defensiveness. Take a deep breath. In moments of adversity, this emotional control becomes a superpower that sets you apart. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I need to stand up for myself. And you should. But there's a way to do it that empowers you, not one that drains you. Point 2. Respond with confidence, not defensiveness. In one of his most famous moments, Reagan faced off against his political opponents who tried to belittle him. Instead of defending himself, he responded confidently, saying, "I am not worried about my political career. I worry about what I am doing for my country." Here's the key lesson. When you respond with confidence, it shows others that their insults have no power over you. Confidence doesn't mean arrogance. It means standing firm in your truth, knowing who you are, and what you stand for. So, next time someone insults you, ask yourself, what's my truth? When you can own that truth, the words of others have no power. You stop being a victim to their negativity, and you start becoming the master of your own destiny. But there's more to this than just confidence. What if I told you there's a secret Reagan used to turn insults into a force for good in his life? Well, keep watching, because this is where it gets interesting. Point 3. Use insults as fuel for growth. Ronald Reagan wasn't just a politician. He was a master of using negative energy to fuel his personal growth. After facing years of criticism and insults, Reagan would often say, "It's not the critics who count. It's the person in the arena who strives valiantly." Reagan's response was genius. He used the negative energy aimed at him as a tool to fuel his growth. Every insult was an opportunity to prove his critics wrong, to refine his skills, and to sharpen his vision. Now, you might wonder, how does that help you? Every insult you face is a challenge that can either break you or make you. Every word spoken against you is a reminder that you're on the right track. People only throw stones at the tree that bears fruit. So, what do you do when the insults just keep coming? How do you stay on track? The next lesson is about taking control of your environment. Point 4. Create your own narrative. Ronald Reagan understood that the narrative people created about him wasn't his to control, but the narrative he created for himself. Now that was his power. He famously said, "There's no limit to what a man can do or where he can go if he doesn't mind who gets the credit." When people insult you, they're trying to define your story. But here's the thing, you get to write the ending. You don't need to let their words shape your identity. You can decide who you want to be and take the necessary steps to become that person. Don't let the world tell you who you are. You have the pen in your hand. Write your own story with actions, with confidence, and with a determination that others will respect. And here's where it all connects. By creating your own narrative, you'll start to realize that responding to insults is less about defending yourself and more about empowering yourself to succeed. Point 5. Lead with empathy. Reagan wasn't just a leader in politics. He was a leader in humanity. One of his greatest leadership lessons was his ability to empathize with people, even those who criticized him. He once said, "The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one that gets people to do the greatest things." By leading with empathy, you create understanding and connection. If someone insults you, instead of seeing them as an enemy, see them as someone who may be struggling or in pain. Responding with empathy not only neutralizes hostility, but also turns a potential enemy into an ally. When you respond with empathy, you rise above the petty insults, and you inspire others to do the same. Now that you've learned these powerful leadership lessons from President Ronald Reagan, think about how you can apply them in your own life. The next time someone insults you, remember, you control your response, your narrative, and your growth. But here's the catch: the journey doesn't end here. If you're ready for more life-changing advice, check out my next video. Do you look younger than your age? Benjamin Franklin life-changing quotes for even more wisdom on how to live a longer, happier life. You'll be amazed at how a few small shifts can completely change your life. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the wisdom that can help you thrive.